What up, guys? As you've already seen my last video, I started this week with a pretty good week, finding a few things I haven't had before. Well, I went to Denver, Colorado for a Taekwondo tournament. I took a first, 2 firsts, and 2 thirds in this Taekwondo tournament. I did really good this time. But the night before, we went to a few stores because, silly me, I forgot to pack long pants. I only packed shorts, so when I got off the plane, it was really cold. So we went to Target, and they were closing in 5 minutes, so we didn't have time to go through pegs and get the pants. We went to the pegs first, and then we never got the pants, so we went to a Walmart close by. Well, this is what I bought at Target. The Supergirl. Very nice. I also got one in the package. We went to this Walmart. This Walmart has a story from about earlier this month. I mean this year. In March, when I went there for another Taekwondo tournament, I found this there earlier this year, and this there earlier this year. I found those there earlier this year in King Soopers. That was next to a Walmart, which is King Soopers is a Kroger family. This King Soopers where I found those was right next to this Walmart, but we never got to go to the Walmart. Well, that Walmart is where I found a bunch of cars over the weekend. Friday night, I turned the corner and there's a case of Hot Wheels sitting on the top of the pallet. I chased down a guy and tell him that I asked him if he could open it, because I'm not one of those guys that just rips open a case and takes what I want without asking first. I always ask if I can open the case. And then they call a toy manager, and the toy manager tells me, no, I cannot open it. And I convince her that there's a whole pegboard in the back of the store with Hot Wheels on it, and there's space for cars to fit. Then she said, alright, and then she called a lady to peg it for her, a stalker. She was a really nice lady. She was around 18. She pegged it, and inside the case was a few goodies I'll show at the end of the video. But that nice lady, the 18-year-old girl, she brought us 4 more B cases. After I showed her where all the cases were, she brought back 4 more B cases, so I got to go through 5 B cases. But the manager came along and said that we can't open any more cases and go through them. And so we left behind a sealed Q case and a sealed F case, still sitting there on the pallet. So I was still happy by what we got, though. I think this one my mom picked up for me earlier this week because she didn't know if I had it. Picked up a few Enzo Ferraris because I never found one at K-Day, or K-Day did not have any. Picked up a few Monte Carlos, one of my favorite castings, and in my favorite color. '49 drag Merc. The one's really nice. For some reason I can't stop picking these things up. Things way too cool. Mercury Sugar Eliminator. This one's a minor error. Some of the tampo's missing. Hot Ones El Camino. There's like 100 Hot Ones there on a pegboard too. Picked up a few I did not have yet. Nitro Door Slammer. Mom found a few more go-karts, my favorite casting. Minor error my mom found earlier this week. The clip on the top is loose in the package. See? A few of the Chevy Tahoes. Caught it. Caught the camera before it fell. '69 Chevelle. Plymouth Roadrunner. Picked up about 14 of these from 5 cases. One of them had only 2. Picked up every single one of these. There's about 7 there. Found a torque twister variation. Oh, wait up. There you go. I found a wheel variation on the torque twister. If you can see, the top one has open spoked wheels, so you can see the chrome in the back. And on the bottom it has PR5 wheels. It's a wheel variation. Shockingly enough, these are both E36 bases. They both have E36. Shockingly, they both have E36 wheel variation. Picked up 7 of these. Alright, while I'm showing you the rest of the cars I found were from King Supers, a different one, near the tournament site. Boom. Oh no. We went to a second Walmart which had nothing. After that first Walmart where we found the cars I just showed you. So we got to go through a few cases. I'll show you what I found at the end. But yeah, we went to 2 more Walmarts. Second one had nothing whatsoever in it. Not a single case sitting on the pallet. But there was but the third Walmart there was 7 more cases. First Walmart 7 cases. Next Walmart had 7 more cases on the pallets. I asked the manager if he could open a case since there was a bunch of room on the pegs and in the dump bin, and he said no, and he told me to go away. So I was pretty mad. And then my mom comes along and says there's more cases over there. That's how we got the total of 7 more. But he says that he has to have one of his people do it. to stock it, not him. So a lady comes along and I ask her if she works in the toy department, and she says she works in the whole store. So I asked her if she could open it. She cracked it open. The guy comes back. He told me to go away. He takes the case away and brings it to the back. Yeah, it's an error. Then we got this error. Anyway, he goes to the back. He takes it away. Then me and my mom keep looking at the cases because there was 4 cases cut open already, and someone took cars out of them. Well, he tells us to go away and leave the store, and he calls security, and we leave the store. So he called security on us for looking at toy cars on a pallet. He said it was the store's property. So yeah. Okay. This error. See, this is a Mustang Bass Laguna Seca on a Camaro ZL1 card. That is pretty sick. Mustang on a Camaro card error. That's pretty cool. Okay, now let's show you what I found. Some of you guys are going to be shocked about what's about to happen. I found a total of 5 carbonators and 4 '09 Corvette ZR1s. Okay, to show you I am not faking this, there are all 5 carbonators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's got soft corners on both because I just dropped it on the floor. So, I'm going to open it since this is my 8th carbonator. I cut it open. I don't like to rip it open because I'm still going to put this thing in a protector no matter what. This is the 2nd treasure hunt I've ever opened. And yeah, that was just opened on camera. There you go. Carbonator Energy. Treasure hunt. Bottle opener. Gonna open some bottles with this. Pretty cool. And for you guys that don't know yet, there is the writing on the back of the card. This is a US long card. Some of you guys said that it does not have a logo. It does. It is just behind the wheel. That's why you never see it. So yeah, I just opened the carbonator on camera. That thing's sick. Now onto the Corvettes. I picked up a regular Corvette since I found 4 super Corvettes. Get onto the cars. Make some room here. 1 super Corvette. 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This 4th one has a hole in the blister right out of the case. Had a hole in the blister, very bad. So, yeah, that's 4 super Corvettes out of 5 cases and 5 carbonators. 1 is opened. I'm gonna compare the 2 cards real quick. Ooh, I shouldn't do that. The cards are gonna bend. As you can tell, there's a very obvious difference in the paint job. The wheels look way deeper and nicer, you can tell. The hoods, see, the super is on the left, has tampos on the hood, and this one does not. The card has extra tampos, and this one does not. Then the TH logo is there in the back. Right there. It's the TH logo. Right there. Barely see it. There's a TH logo back there. Really hard to see. There you go. White writing back there is the TH logo. It does not have the writing behind the card whatsoever. So there it is compared to the regular. Put all my good finds together. So 15-16 minute video about all these cars I found and a story behind them. There you go. All my finds. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.